Again, to prove that I'm not just a drama channel, I did want to speak about the UFC weigh-ins. I said in my prediction video, if there was betting odds for Jalin Turner and Kelvin Gastelum to both miss weight, to put some money on it, and they completely both proved me wrong. Somehow Jalin Turner can, on short notice, can somehow make the lightweight limit on fucking like a week's notice, but somehow with a full camp he can't make 155 against Dan Hooker. I don't know, makes absolutely no sense. I don't know how that works, but let me just break down Kelvin Gastelum making weight. I think Kelvin Gastelum could go on a real good run at welterweight, man. I really do. This is probably one of my hot takes. I think he has a really good shot against a lot of these guys in the welterweight division. Like Gilbert Burns, I think that's a good matchup for Kelvin Gastelum. Bilal Muhammad, that's an interesting one. Kelvin's got really good takedown defense. If that stays standing, he could really just beat the shit out of Bilal Muhammad. Let's be real. Bilal Muhammad could realistically take him down, but Kelvin Gastelum doesn't really get grounded out in decisions. To be fair, though, there isn't really many grapplers in the middleweight division. But he's always showed good sprawling, good wrestling, takedown defense, and all that sort of stuff, good get-ups. So even then, he's got a solid chance in that fight. And people don't realize this about Bilal. He is much older. He is actually really old. Bilal Muhammad's 35 years old. He's going to be exiting his prime really soon, I feel like. So that could be a fight that Kelvin Gastelum could win in the future. Obviously, I think there are a few matchups that are decently tough for Kelvin Gastelum. Obviously, I think Shavkat Rakhmonov, I think that is a tough matchup for Kelvin Gastelum. Obviously, that fight was booked at one point. I do think that's a tough matchup for Kelvin Gastelum. Then, of course, I think Jack Della Maddalena, I think that's a tough matchup for him as well. He's bigger, longer reach than Kelvin, arguably better boxing than Kelvin, very powerful, but Kelvin's got a granite chin. I think that would be a really fun fight to do, though. And then, obviously, as much as it pains me, I think Ian Gary is I think that's a good stylistic matchup for Ian Gary versus Kelvin Gastelum. But who knows? Granite chin, Kelvin Gastelum, he lands that head kick or any of them big shots he landed on Israel Adesanya, he could get Ian Gary out of there, I reckon. I don't think Ian Gary's got that Israel Adesanya type chin. I really don't think that. The man's very sus with his durability, in my opinion, but I think that seems like a type of fight Ian Gary could win. It would probably look like a more competitive version of the Gabe Green fight, but I think if you give Kelvin Gastelum these older welterweights, I think Kamaru Usman's like a good stylistic matchup for Kelvin Gastelum. By good stylistic matchup, I don't mean that he would just completely run through Kamaru, but I think he could put up a really good fight against Kamaru Usman. I also think, I don't know. The one thing I want to say, I'm going to say all of this, and then Sean Brady's just going to go and absolutely smoke Kelvin Gastelum tomorrow, and I'm going to look like a fool. But I think Sean Brady is one of his more tougher matchups, just because he's got very good jiu-jitsu, and Kelvin has been subbed a few times, but at the same time, Sean Brady's got a sus chin, very bad striking. His takedowns aren't really the greatest. I am picking Kelvin Gastelum, of course. I think Kelvin Gastelum's going to KO him or TKO him, standing TKO. It's going to look like the Bilal Muhammad one, but it's going to actually look like a violent finish and not like two kids play fighting and then your mum comes and breaks it up. It's not going to look like that, in my opinion. But no, I'm excited for welterweight Kelvin Gastelum. I really am excited to see how he does. Obviously, like I say, this could all be negated. Kelvin Gastelum could go in there, get fucking smoked by Sean Brady, and then break all of our hearts. But I have trust in Kelvin Gastelum. He seems more motivated than ever. I mean, the fact he made 170 on the dot is really impressive because, a lot of people are expecting him to miss weight here. So I'm glad he came in championship weight. Obviously, there was a one point in time where he arguably missed the middleweight division limit, but he pulled the old tower trick. So it is great to see that he's a lot more disciplined now. It's obvious he is taking his career a lot more seriously, which you do love to see from Kelvin Gastelum. So I am very excited to see how he does. And I don't know. I just feel like there are so many more better matchups if Kelvin Gastelum wins. Like, let's be real. No disrespect to Sean Brady, but like, if you want Sean Brady to beat him and you're not related to him and you're not friends with him in person, you just hate fun. Like, what reason is there for, like, would you want Sean Brady to win if you don't know the bloke? There's just so many better fights if Kelvin Gastelum wins. There's just so much, like, it makes the welterweight division so much more exciting if Kelvin Gastelum wins, especially because all the guys he's been fighting, having competitive fights with, they are so much bigger than him. Like, he's fighting massive blokes. Like, he was undersized for a middleweight and he was going in there, you know, had a really competitive fight with Israel Adesanya, arguably beat Jared Cannonier. You know, he just had really competitive fights with everybody. So it'd be really interesting to see, you know, what he looks like as a welterweight contender. So hopefully he gets this fight done over Sean Brady. But yeah, congrats to him on making weight. I was wrong. I didn't fully think he would miss weight, but I had a feeling he was going to miss weight. The next man I'll talk about, I was more concerned about making the weight, but still, respect to Kelvin Gastelum. He made weight here. He said that he was going to scream and be happy about it, like he was going to do it for all the people who were making fun of him for potentially missing weight. So he proved everyone wrong. Obviously, this is a motivated Kelvin Gastelum we're seeing. So yeah, good on Kelvin Gastelum. I know I shouldn't really be so happy for a man for making weight, but like, come on, the guy's moving down a division where he was having a lot of problems making weight, but it seems like he's dialed in, very motivated. And I don't know, a motivated Kelvin Gastelum is a very dangerous Kelvin Gastelum, in my opinion. Then moving on, we had Jalin Turner making weight. Like I mentioned previously, somehow, you know, can't make weight on a full camp when he's fighting Dan Hooker, but somehow you give this guy a fucking week and he'll make weight. I don't understand this. I really don't. I don't know how the fuck this works. Weight cutting is the weirdest thing in the world to me. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Same shit with Hamza Chimaev. Makes weight on 5 days' notice against Reese McKee at welterweight, and then can't even make it on a full camp. I don't know. The human body is like crazy, but it's weirder in Jalin Turner's case because he literally missed weight his last fight, and then on short notice he somehow comes in 156, makes the weight. There was some controversy that apparently the scales were wrong when he weighed, like he came out, and he was 157, and then apparently like 4 minutes later he was a pound down. So I don't know what that's all about. They just need to go to electric scales, you know. Instead of using these fucking old fucking 1890s fucking scales. I don't understand why the fuck they do that. This isn't Red Dead Redemption. This is the modern digital era. Go to the digital fucking scales. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But still, Jalin Turner, at the very least, he made weight. And if he did miss weight and they're cheating him out, he only missed weight by a pound. He looked fucking horrible though. He looked very shaky. I think Bobby Green is gonna fucking KO him. Like, I know people say this a lot about bad weight cuts, but this is one of those weight cuts where you're like, Jesus Christ, like he was on the brink of fucking death. Like, not a good look from Jalin Turner here, but I don't know. If he's gonna have a hard time like being 100% by the time he fights. I feel like I could be completely wrong. Obviously, everyone dehydrates and rehydrates themselves differently, but he looked fucking dead. Like, he did not look good out there. But hey, like I say, he made the weight limit. I can't hate on the man for that. He made the weight, and now we just got to see if he performs. I think Bobby Green's going to beat him. I was saying it the whole time. Bobby Green was going to beat him. And I'm still pretty confident in Bobby Green. Bobby Green's got some motivation. Hopefully he's not distracted with this whole Arman Suzuki and beef. You know, fucking brawling with Arman's crew. Trying to scrap with all of them guys. So hopefully he's still focused on Jalin Turner. Because if he's not, Jalin Turner might just fucking head kick him in the head and KO him. But it'll be an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a lot of people saying Jalin Turner should move down, but I feel like if he's making 156 on short notice, then, I mean, fucking, what are you going to do? The man made weight. Like, why would you want him to move up at this point if he made the weight properly? But, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Still very excited for these two fights. I'm glad they both made weight. Even Jared Gooden made weight. So, you know, everybody made weight. Somehow the card with multiple weight misses, guys who have been notorious for missing weight, have somehow, we've got a fucking full card. Obviously Costa versus Steve Garcia got taken off. I don't know the exact reason for that. Seems like it's a common Steve Garcia thing for opponents to pull out. I don't know why. But maybe Steve Garcia pulled out. Who knows? I'm disappointed because I was looking forward to seeing Costa out there again. He looked really good against Austin Lingo, but still. But yeah, like I was saying, Jared Gooden somehow made weight, so that's good as well. He also didn't shake Wellington Turman's hand, so he's probably going to get brutally KO'd tomorrow. Knowing, if you don't shake your opponent's hand. Look at CM Punk, he got fucking smothered and smoked by Mickey Gall when he did that, but again, that is CM Punk. But anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to break down that, these guys proved me wrong. Everyone made weight. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. So if you made it this far into the video, make sure you give this video a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And let me know if you enjoy this audio now. I finally got a microphone. I was screaming, well, not screaming, but I was literally talking into my laptop without a microphone. So the fact that I somehow had an audience when I didn't have a proper microphone is fucking batshit crazy to me. I don't know how. So I'm just going to hope that now that I got a microphone, my audience is going to fucking explode even bigger. A man can dream. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this now that I've got a proper microphone. Hopefully this is a much better audio quality improvement for you guys. So at the end of the day, I want my video to be quality for the people watching it. So yeah, I thought it was about time I upgraded, got a headset, got a microphone. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.